Have you ever felt helpless, unable to open the lid on a small jar of jam, or sat down to put on your socks, only to struggle for ages just to stand back up? After age 70, especially when living alone and facing arthritis, things that seemed simple, bending over, stepping into the shower, picking up a dropped item, suddenly become major challenges, sometimes painful, even dangerous. I know you do not want to ask for help just for a bottle cap. You have done everything for yourself your entire life. Why should you have to start depending on others now? But joint pain does not ask your age, nor does it wait. It arrives silently, chipping away at your independence bit by bit. Then one day you start avoiding things you once loved, simply out of fear of falling, fear of not getting up, fear of needing to ask someone else for help. But here is the wonderful news. You are not alone in this, and technology is not just for the young. Today, there are tools designed specifically for you, compact, easy to use, and inexpensive, that can help you do the very things that once made you hesitate. They do not replace anyone, nor do they make you feel dependent. On the contrary, they give you back the most precious thing of all, your freedom. This video will introduce 5 simple, yet clever items to help you live alone more safely, independently, and with less pain every day. You will no longer need to strain to open jars, bend down to pick things up, or step into the bathroom with a sense of dread. If you are feeling tired because your body is not as flexible as it used to be, then this is your starting point. Please watch until the end, because the last item is what 81-year-old Raymond said, completely changed my mornings. And if you feel this content could help someone living a life like yours, please hit like and share it, so we can continue spreading these simple yet meaningful solutions for an independent and peaceful later life. Now let's begin. Gadget 1, a non-slip jar opener. Perhaps nothing makes you feel more helpless than a tiny jar lid, one that should only take a simple twist, but instead sends a jolt through your wrist, makes your hand tremble, and forces you to give up. For someone living with arthritis, just opening a jam jar in the morning can become the day's biggest challenge. The reality is, when your joints are not flexible and your grip strength has weakened, those slippery lids become even more formidable. Especially when your hands are wet or the lid is vacuum sealed, the harder you try, the more it hurts. And if you are not careful, you could worsen joint inflammation. Or even worse, drop the entire jar on the floor. I still remember the story from Lorraine, a 76-year-old in Colorado, who once used kitchen towels, spoons, and even a rubber mallet to open a jar of honey. One time my hand slipped, she recounted. The jar broke, my hand hurt, and breakfast was completely ruined. That is precisely why a small tool, so simple you can keep it in a drawer, can completely change the experience of living alone. A non-slip jar opener. With its sturdy handle and soft rubber grip that clamps onto the lid, you do not need much force, no powerful twisting, no holding on with 2 hands. Just place it on, turn gently, and the lid pops open easily. Some are V-shaped for larger lids, like on sauce or pickle jars, while others work for water bottles, milk cartons, or even tiny medicine bottles. You can mount one under a cabinet or use it one-handed if your other hand is weaker. Most importantly, it helps you avoid muscle strain, reduces pressure on small joints, and crucially, it helps you reclaim that feeling of, I can still do this myself. A friend of mine once said, only when I could open the jar did I feel I wasn't getting old in my head. And you deserve to have that feeling back too, with just a small tool that costs less than $15 and can be used for many years. If you have ever hesitated to open a jar of food for fear of hand pain, this is the very first item you should get. And next, we will move on to an item that not only helps you walk more steadily, but also lights up your every step, in the most literal sense. Gadget 2, a folding cane with a light and a freestanding base. When you live alone and your legs are not as steady as they used to be, the biggest fear is not walking slowly. It is the fear of falling. A slight slip in the hallway or one misstep in the dark could lead to a broken bone, a hospital stay, and the loss of the independence you have maintained your entire life. I once heard a very true saying, old age doesn't start when your hair turns gray, but when you begin to fear standing up. And that fear, if left unaddressed, can cause you to withdraw, making you afraid to leave the house, go shopping, or even walk around your own garden. All because if I fall, who will be there to help me? That is why a folding cane with a light and a freestanding base is not just a cane, it is a silent companion that helps you walk with renewed confidence. Designed especially for seniors, this cane can stand on its own without leaning against a wall, meaning you do not have to struggle to pick it up if you drop it or worry about it falling over in the bathroom. The base is wider and non-slip, helping you stay steady on various surfaces, including slick tile or a damp patio. And most importantly, the handle has an integrated small LED light, illuminating every step you take, incredibly useful when you get up to use the restroom at night or during a sudden power outage. Frank, an 80-year-old from Arizona, once told me, "Before I got this cane, I didn't dare go anywhere after 6 p.m. Now I stroll on my porch every evening. No one needs to hold my hand." The thing that moved him the most. I no longer feel helpless when I walk. I feel in control. The cane folds up, fitting into a handbag or beside the sofa, making it extremely compact and convenient. You do not have to worry about it being too heavy or difficult to use. Just hold it once, and you will see, it feels like it was made just for you. If you have ever hesitated to walk because you are afraid of slipping, this is the tool you should have within reach. Not because you are getting weaker, but because you deserve to walk safely, independently, and without fear. And if getting around is something you can still manage, there is another small task, one that many seniors struggle with every single morning, and that is putting on socks. In the next section, I will share a small tool that helps you put on socks without bending over, without bracing yourself, and without anyone's help. Gadget 3, a sock aid that works without bending. For many younger people, putting on a pair of socks each morning takes only a few seconds. But for a senior with arthritis, back pain, or stiff hips, it can be the day's biggest ordeal. You might have to lean over, brace yourself, and try to keep your balance while your back aches, your knees tremble, and your hands are no longer as nimble as they once were. Bending down to put on socks seems simple, but it is one of the easiest ways to fall at home, especially in the morning, when your body has not fully woken up yet. If you are living alone, a single slip while trying to put on socks on a slick floor could lead to a fracture, hospitalization, and the loss of the independence you have fought so hard to keep. Mary, a 77-year-old from Ohio, once said, "I would rather not wear socks than have to struggle with them every morning." Every time she bent down, her hip joint sent a jolt of pain. Asking her children was not convenient, as she lived alone. That was until her physical therapist introduced her to a very simple device, a sock aid frame. This small frame works very cleverly. You just slide the sock over the frame's opening, place it on the floor, slip your foot in, and gently pull on the two straps on the sides. The sock glides onto your foot. No bending required, no balancing act, no straining your hands. The whole thing takes a few seconds, and the wonderful part is you can do it yourself without feeling tired or pained. This tool is suitable for many types of socks, from short summer ankle socks to long, warm winter socks. It is lightweight, can be folded for storage in a nightstand drawer, and you can use it perfectly while sitting on a chair or the edge of your bed. Putting on socks may sound small, but for someone living alone, it is an act that affirms, I am still in charge of my own morning. If you have ever skipped wearing socks because you dread bending, or spent your whole morning just trying to get them on, this is the item you should try first. And next, if you have ever had to reach up high for a box of medicine, or bend way down to pick up a slipper from under the table, stay with me, because the next item will help you stop trading your safety just to grab a small object. If you are still watching and finding this helpful, please comment with the number 3 below to let me know. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you do not miss new videos. Your support helps us continue to create more useful and inspiring content. Gadget 4, a long-handled reacher so you do not have to stretch. How many times have you had to stand on your tiptoes to reach a roll of paper towels on a high shelf? or bend down to the floor to pick up slippers that fell under a chair. For younger people, it is a fleeting movement. But for a senior living with arthritis, small actions like these can cause sharp hip pain, a pulled shoulder, or even a backward fall if you lose your balance. We often think we are still flexible enough to reach or bend like we used to, but in reality, just one slip while standing on a chair or one fall while bent over picking something up could rob you of your ability to walk normally for months or permanently. I remember Luis, a 74-year-old in New Mexico, who dislocated his shoulder just trying to grab the remote control that had fallen behind his couch. "I never thought such a small action would land me in the hospital for 3 days," he said. Afterward, his son bought him a simple gift, a long-handled reacher. This reacher is about 30 inches long, with a light squeeze trigger and a rubberized jaw that grips firmly. It helps you retrieve items on high shelves in kitchen cabinets, under the bed or a chair, without reaching, without bending, without straining. It is especially useful when you need to pick up a phone and grab fallen clothes or get a water bottle from a distance. The tool is lightweight, easy to hold, and suitable for weak or arthritic hands. You can place one next to the sofa, one in the kitchen, one in the bedroom, so it is always available whenever you need it. And most importantly, you no longer have to worry every time something falls on the floor. You might be thinking, "I can still do that." And that is great. But a reacher is not for because you are weak. It is because you are wise. You are choosing a safer, gentler way to conserve your energy and avoid unnecessary accidents. Let every time you need to grab an item no longer be a trade-off between effort and pain. And once we have solved the problem of reaching and bending, there is one place that still holds the biggest risk, a place that is slippery, wet, and can be the most dangerous if you are there alone: the bathroom. In the final part, I will share a simple but crucial item to help you be safer in that very space. Gadget 5. A safe shower chair with non-slip hand grips. The bathroom, where you begin and end each day, is meant to be a private, clean, and peaceful place. But for a senior living alone, especially one with arthritis, it is often the most accident-prone room in the entire house. A slippery tile floor, a wet towel in the wrong place, or standing up too quickly with a dizzy head after shampooing. Just one small misstep can lead to a serious fall, a broken bone, or worse. Many seniors have had a near fall in the bathroom without ever telling anyone. And because no one witnessed it, they gradually develop a hidden fear. A fear of bathing, of standing too long under the shower, of closing their eyes to wash their hair. Every time they step into the bathroom is a moment they hold their breath. Gradually, they shower less often, rushing through their hygiene, not because they are lazy, but because they do not feel safe. That is precisely why a shower chair with non-slip hand grips can completely transform this entire living experience. This chair is designed specifically for older adults, with rubber feet that grip the floor securely, a non-slip surface, and armrests on both sides to help you sit down and stand up easily without grabbing onto the wall or faucet. Some models even have drainage holes to keep the seat dry, preventing slipping while you are seated. Clarisse, a 78-year-old from Florida, once lost her balance in the shower and needed 6 stitches on her forehead. Afterward, her daughter installed a simple shower chair for her. "Now I shower longer, more thoroughly, and I am not afraid anymore," she said. "I no longer have to call my daughter just to wash my hair." You can place this chair right in a walk-in shower or a tub with a handheld shower head. When not in use, it can be folded and stored against the wall. No drilling is required, no installation help is needed. Just open it up, adjust the height to fit you, and you have a sturdy, safe, and comfortable place to sit. Getting older does not mean you have to sacrifice your privacy or your hygiene habits because of fear. With a simple chair, you can reclaim your autonomy, feeling calm and relaxed in the smallest, yet most important room of your house. So you have walked with me through 5 small items, from the kitchen, the living room, the closet, to the bathroom, all of which can help you live alone while remaining independent, safe, and in less pain every day. We just explored 5 simple but valuable items together. The non-slip jar opener, to help you start breakfast without hand pain. The folding cane with a light and freestanding base, to help you walk more steadily in the dark. the sock aid that works without bending to help you maintain your independence in the morning, the long-handled reacher, so you do not have to stretch high or bend low, and the shower chair with non-slip hand grips to keep you safe during the most vulnerable moment of the day. None of these items are expensive. None require complex technology, but when used at the right time, in the right way, they do not just help you with pain and fatigue, they help you hold on to the most precious thing of all, the ability to care for yourself. Each small task, each small moment, they all contribute to the freedom and peace of living alone after 70. Now, I want to invite you to ask yourself, are you struggling every morning with a stubborn jar lid? Have you ever felt frustrated trying to reach something with no one to help? Or have you ever stepped into the shower with the feeling of, I hope I don't fall? If so, then this is not an end point. It is a starting point. You do not need to change your whole life. Just choose one item from this list, the one that best fits the inconvenience you face every day, and try it. It might just be the first step toward helping you live more easily, safely, and confidently, without needing anyone by your side. If you found these shares helpful, please leave a comment below. Where are you struggling? Which tool do you think would help you the most? Who knows, your story might just give encouragement to other seniors who are also living alone, just like you. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I invite you to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can continue to share gentle yet profound solutions for later life. I will see you in the next video. Wishing you an easier day and a more independent life, one day at a time.